Can a god-boosted Megalodon beat an elite boss? And actually, this is a question that I wouldn't have even asked in the first place if it wasn't for these insane changes that Ninja Kiwi did in the latest update to the Megalodon. So if you guys have not heard, the Megalodon is just getting some insane damage increases and improvements to its damage range. The damage got improved from 350 to 700, which is literally double damage increase. And on top of that, the damage range got increased from 400 to 1.4k, which is again just insane. Now, the Megalodon is not like the other towers in BT6, and it's a tower that can actually get improved even further, and that is by merging it, by giving some extra powers if you merge it with our beast handlers. And this means that just the top limit of how much damage this thing can do and how fast it can dish it out is just going to be crazy. So actually what prompted me to do this is seeing some community comments about how good this tower is, that it's actually OP, and in some cases that it is actually even better than some Paragons, which is insane to think about because the Megalodon's total cost is about what, like 100k if you merge it completely. So let me try and greed out a little bit with the farms. I know the defenses are pretty weak. It's just the Piranha and then the free Dogwing that we got. I think I'm gonna use the ability now just to get these guys out as fast as possible, make sure we don't leak as many lives. Let's go like this. Let's have it like this. Is gonna attack with the staff, which is gonna be completely fine at least for these early rounds. So let's try and get the farming going as fast as possible. Yeah, I mean, the thing with this Megalodon, as I was getting ready for this video, I actually booted up Park Path and Sandbox, and I did two things. The first thing that I did was I just bought a max powered Megalodon, and I just sent in 50 bad Bloons, which were around 170 bats, and I just wanted to see how much damage it's gonna do, and it did about 9 million, I think it was, on this exact map. And then I bought a Dart Paragon. The amount of damage that the Dart did was barely 2 million. So yeah, I bought a tower that's cheaper than a Dart Paragon, and that tower did like over 4 times more damage. So I was just surprised from this thing just right out of the get-go, and I'm pretty sure this is the one. So fire marketplaces, I want to kind of do the farming setup a little bit differently, because I probably should have had the village like here in the top row and then some farms up top so we can get the most out of it. So I'm actually gonna sell all of these farms. I want to do this before the tier 1 boss appears, by the way, and let me actually do this, by the way. Let me just buy the sharks so we get a little bit of extra damage, and then I guess before the next boss appears I should be selling all of these guys and just get the Minneapolis up top, and then we can decide what we do. Okay, so let's do the selling right now before the next bosses appear, which is not ideal, I'm gonna be honest, but let's just do it like this. I think it's gonna be maybe a little bit more to the right, maybe go like this. Is there enough space for a farm here? Yes, there is. How are we doing, by the way? Oh no, we're leaking a lot of lives, it looks like. Alright, what if I merge it with this guy? How strong is this gonna make it the shark? Is it gonna be strong enough so it defends by itself? I hope it is. Is 11 beast power enough to defend this one? It looks like it is. Yeah, that's a lot better than last time. It's still leaking a little bit, but that's just the fast Bloons, and I see a lot of camos being leaked, but yeah, that's completely fine. Alright, so first things first, let's max out the shark, I think. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of cash to max out the shark. I'm gonna buy the Adasaurus as well, just to make these guys a little bit stronger. So we're at 16 out of 24 and 6 out of 6 for the Adasaurus, which is really nice. I think I move the dinosaur just like this at the back. It does a lot of extra damage. Alright, so let's quickly get rid of this one. It's gonna be a tier 1, so I'm gonna get a sticky bomb and then just the blade maelstrom, which is a cheap solution to our problem, I guess. And I'm just gonna keep buying these 0, 2, 3 farms. Actually, I'm gonna try to fit as many as possible into the range of this village. Actually, can this fish even see Bloonaris? I don't think it can. Yeah, I'm actually, let me just set this guy to strong. I'm gonna use the ability. Let's clean out the first wave, and this is exactly what we're gonna be doing in the next few rounds. Let's see how we do. This is gonna be the second wave. I think I set the ninja to strong, which is really important. There we go, because the flash bomb targeting follows the targeting of the ninja, and so if you have it set on first, it's gonna target the ceramics the balloon area spawns, and it's gonna be separating them, because the flash bomb stuns a little bit of balloons, but it cannot stun all of them. And if you separate them, you're not gonna be able to get all of them into one maelstrom ability. It's gonna be a little wonky. So yeah, it's a little bit of a I guess a quality of life thing that you can do. But can we fit one more? And watching, by the way, the top. This is the time for the ability. I might have been a little bit late. Nope, there we go. We get it done. And then can I fit one more farm in the range of this guy? It's not looking like it. Okay, that's probably the max. Yeah, there we go. And this is the last call. I moved the ninja, so let's use the blade maelstrom really for one last time. We're not gonna need this thing anymore, so I might as well sell it. Just put the money into a central market as fast as possible. And then the goal is to sell these central markets, go into a banana central, which is hopefully gonna be like at the mid 50s or something like that. All right, so 59. So here's what we want to do. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a boat, which hopefully I can get in the range of the village. Oh, it's not looking. I want to get in the range of this one, but it's not looking good. That's completely fine. So let me get the favorite trades. I want to get some discounts, or I should say some increased prices onto the farms that I'm planning on selling, and I'm actually gonna sell them right now. So the idea is that we go into the banana central, which hopefully we can afford. Actually, 130. Is that gonna be enough? That's about $4,000. Oh, but I think we're gonna have it in like this next upcoming round. So there goes the tier 2. Actually, the boss situation is not looking as good, and well, you're right, it's not looking as good, but we can fix this thing. Trust me, we can fix it. So let's go like this. I bought the NG. Let me hook the NG to a tech bot, which is gonna be overclocking the banana essential, and I think that we're fine with the farming for now, that is. Alright, but look at this thing. The fish is doing its thing. It is one-shotting these mob class balloons. That was 45 mods. We're gonna have around 63, by the way, but just in time, bang, with the orca. Alright, so so the orca gets an extended range, so you can now actually see Bloonarius. Look at this thing. Alright, so here's the deal. Let's buy orca number 2. Let's merge it up with this one, and I think I'm gonna buy orca number 3, and I'm gonna buy orca number 4 as well, which means yes, I'm actually going for the Megalodon for this tier of boss. Are we gonna make it though? I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so here comes the first skull. Actually, it's a little bit late. It's 67, but we do have an orca which is set on first, and I don't know what to set this guy on. I mean, it is eating up all these mob class balloons, I'm gonna be honest, but is it enough? Oh, we have the money for Megalodon. Bam, let's buy it. And then now this Megalodon. Oh my god, what is happening to the boss? Are you watching this? Wait a minute. This is not good. This is not supposed to be happening. Wait a minute. This is like tier 2. I paid 100k for this. What is this tower doing? This is not even fully buffed. This is like 84 out of 132. Why is it eating up the boss like this? What is happening? It just beat the boss in like 2 rounds by itself. Wait, so all of those people saying that this thing is OP, they actually might have been right. This thing is that's a lot of extra damage that this thing got, isn't it? Oh my god. It's like just running it back, it wasn't just that the boss took a lot of damage, but it's like these spawns, they got instantly taken out. So it's like I wasn't even paying attention to the spawns getting destroyed. It was just, it's like a side pop for this thing. It was just dealing with them anyways. Alright, so currently we're sitting at 84 out of 132, and the idea is this. We're gonna start the tier 3 just like this. We're not gonna be giving it anything extra, just so we get a gauge on what is like the base Megalodon doing, like how good it is. This one is gonna have 2 million HP, but one of the things that we can do is we can move it like this. So let's just get the damage going as fast as possible, and there are a lot of other small things that we can do to just help improve its damage. Like we can merge it up, so there's a lot of beast power left like that. We can give it an ultra boost. We can give it a homeland village. Oh, it's leaking a little bit actually, so I guess the cleanup is still gonna be an issue, all these small balloons. So yeah, let's start everything with the ultra boost. So I'm going to buy an ultra boost, and I'm gonna have the ultra boost. Let me just give it like this, like a tech bot, so it does the thing by itself. But I'm just gonna be ultra boosting this guy, and yeah, let's see how far this is gonna get with just a couple of ultra boost stacks, which is, by the way, still super cheap, because keep in mind, when you're playing like the tier 3 boss at this point, you're gonna have something like a Paragon, right? And the price of the things that we've bought so far is about $180,000, a little bit more than that, maybe like $190,000, and that's still cheaper than any of the Paragons in BT6 currently. Should I be doing some targeting shenanigans, by the way? Do I just leave it on strong and then I just hope that all the other side balloons are just gonna get dealt with? Oh, no, that's a bad idea. We're leaking ceramics. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna sell one of these farms, and I'm just gonna buy like a perma spike at the back, because we are leaking some small balloons, so we need to deal with those guys. So I'm just gonna go something like this. Can we fit an alchemist there? Yes, we can. Let's just go like this. That should be more than enough. I'm even gonna give it the jungle drums, and now I think we can set the Megalodon to strong, so it only focuses down Bloonarius. Hopefully these small balloons like the ceramics are gonna get dealt with by the perma spike, and it's gonna free it up to do as much damage as possible to the boss. So let's just check the overclock stacks. We're at 4 stacks, and this thing is just becoming stronger and stronger by the minute. This thing is insane, guys. It is actually dealing, it looks like, with a boss. This is insane. This is crazy so far. This is so much damage being done by this unsuspecting tower, because I would have not thought to use a Megalodon versus any tier of boss ever, and it looks like that is about to change after this update, guys. Alright, so 2 skulls left, and I still have it set on strong, and it seems to be dealing with some of the leftovers by itself. It depends on how it's thrashing, right? Because if the direction, also they increase the damage range, by the way, so you're not exactly that worried about it. And yeah, it is dealing with the small balloons and the leftovers itself. It's gonna be interesting to see how it does when all of these small balloons get a lot stronger by themselves, right? So yeah, but this is like tier 3 getting destroyed by a single Megalodon, which is absolutely insane. Alright then, so let's try and buff this guy even further. So we're gonna need a support temple, and how do we want to buy it? I think, is this still enough money? I think it is. So if we go like this, we buy the sun temple, and then this is going to be a little bit cheaper this time. So let's make sure we buy the carpet of spice. We're going to need another tower as well. All right, so 500k, we have the money. Let me just buy the true sun god, get it like this. Hopefully you don't sacrifice anything else. And then one of the last things that we can do is just buy a couple of orcas as well, so that we can get its, oh wait a minute, yeah, let me just try and find the spot. So that's going to be orca number 1. So this is 100 out of 132. Let me get orca working number 2 and one more, and we should be maxed out with this guy, and that is when the fun is gonna start. All right, there we go. So 132 out of 132 onto the Megalodon, and guys, this is it. This is pretty much the max buffs you can give this guy. Oh, wait a minute, this is not exactly the max buffs. This is the max buffs that you can give it with the Homeland, and we should probably be getting an Energizer sub just for the cooldowns a little bit. So let me try and fit it like somewhere here up top where it's not gonna be, you know, mining the other towers too much. Bam, there we go, there it is. And here it comes, guys. This is gonna be a tier 4 versus a max powered Megalodon, and then the tier 5 is gonna be, I'm pretty sure the way defeating the tier 4 just because we're a lot stronger than we were versus the tier 3. But look at this guy's range, how much we buffed up with all these towers. Here it comes. Okay, so let's have the Megalodon like this, and let's just see if this is, oh my god, this is even faster than the tier 3. Look at what's happening. This is insane. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's get the Homeland activated. Let's just get a lot more damage going, and oh my god, what? Are you watching this? This is a single Megalodon. Like, we didn't even pay that much cash. Okay, so let's be fair, actually. We did buy the True Sun God, but I feel like a lot of these things are just straight up unnecessary if you want to make this Megalodon work, because what we have right now is just insane damage, and you can beat the boss with like good damage. You don't need insane damage. This is just more of like a showcase for the Vita. You don't need the True Sun God. You can have this thing for like half the money, I'm pretty sure, even less than that, and just the fact that this thing is destroying that, this is a tier 4 bot that you're looking at, this thing is just done. It's out. It's Bloonarius. 8 million HP. This guy has the most HP out of all boss balloons, and it is just gone by the Megalodon. This is insane. Yeah, the only like small regret I might have about this one is that I might have wanted to try this on the logs or some other map which is a little bit more friendly. Not like this one isn't a friendly map for this thing, but it's like, I don't know, like logs is a lot longer than this thing, and I guess Winter Park is a little bit longer as well. But other than that, guys, this is just absolutely insane. So let me just actually sell all the farms because we don't need them anymore. We just need the buffing towers, and I guess we're gonna keep the perma spike at the back so that, you know, these leftovers get taken care of. If I'm doing like this rough estimation of how much money I've spent on this, it's, you know, the most expensive thing is just gonna be the True Sun God upgrade, which is again not necessary, which is 500,000. You can probably get this working with like $500,000, something like that, which is just insane because $500,000 is like a Dart Paragon, like a degree 40 Dart Paragon or something like that. Like I don't know, it's super cheap. Yeah, but it's round 119, so it's gonna one-shot all of these bad balloons, and then it is gonna be the final boss time. So tier 5, is he gonna take it down? You know, just watching the tier 4, I have a feeling that it is actually gonna take it down, but we might need to do some shenanigans because it's gonna be spawning bad balloons this balloon area. So let's see how we do. So here comes the tier 5, and let's just get going with the abilities as soon as possible. I have a feeling that we're gonna take this guy down, guys. The thing that I'm most concerned about is just these small balloons going to a perma spike. So maybe we want to spend a little bit of extra cash just so we kind of reinforce our defenses at the back. But the boss is, let's use the call to arms now. Let me just check the damage counter on this thing. 24 million, and look at how fast it's going. Let me use the Homeland. Oh my god, this is just destroying the boss. Yeah, so this is gonna be a problem because the fact that this thing actually just spawns the balloons are a little bit stronger. So let me just move it to first for a second, and let's try and not focus the boss for, oh my god, look at the damage range. It just evaporates everything. Yeah, so the Homeland is going to expire in a second. We do have the call to arms, so let's make sure we use it as soon as the Homeland ends. We do have some cooldown reduction thanks to the Energize. It's really not bad. We have 100% uptime on all these buffing abilities, but do we switch this guy to first for a second just so we clean up all these balloons? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just switch him to first just for a second, and oh, look at this damage range. It is just evaporating all the balloons to the side, and bam, just like that, the map is cleaned out. Yep, now we can move it back to strong. Let's use the Homeland again, and I'm pretty sure that this is gonna happen, guys. You know what we don't have, actually, now that I'm noticing, we don't have some damage amplifiers. I'm not sure how much work a damage amplifier is gonna do, but you know what, I'm just gonna buy them anyway. So I'm just gonna get like a sniper on strong. Let's just get something like a super brill here. It's gonna be a good spot, I think. And we have the abilities back ready, so let's use the Homeland first. To start things off with the Homeland, I think, oh, there's a bunch of BFBs. So look at how many BFBs we have on this round. Are these guys gonna make it on the other side of Bloonarius, or is just this Megalodon gonna eat everyone up? I think it's gonna eat everyone up. You know what, it's gonna be fun if I have the Megalodon set on last just for a second, so it should target these BFBs at the back and should delete everyone in its way. Yes, that was so fun. This thing is cleaning out the small balloons as well, which is also really nice to hear, because that's what is, well, that's the thing that's always been a problem with these fish, right? So about halfway there, round 125. I'm not concerned about the round because it's round 25, so I think that the problem is probably going to be the track length at this point. So I guess let's just be ready with the abilities. So Homeland right now, as soon as the call to arms expires, I should be a little bit better with these abilities. I'm kind of doing well with the activation. I'm paying attention to them, but I can do a little bit better than this thing. So 3 skulls left after this one procs. I don't think we should be concerned about the bats and the summons, but I think that we should be doing a little bit of targeting changes. So let's move him on first for a second, just so we kind of clean out the map a little bit. That's so fun every time it happens. Let's use the Homeland, and goodness, this is looking amazing so far, guys. And only the VTSG, well, it's not the VTSG, it's the TSG, it's attacking, and it's got like 1.4 million pops, so this is nothing, by the way. This thing has no attack damage because it's a support temple, and the Megalodon's pops are at 54 million, so yeah, this thing, it's taking a little bit of pops, but it's really nothing significant. Let me just check the perm spec as well. It's 14,000, it's nothing. Okay, so 2 skulls left onto this thing. Let's call to arms, and let's actually make sure we switch it to first now, so these summons, because they are making it a little bit further, so let's just kind of deal with them as fast as possible. If I have it on first, it's latching onto these UMGs, and I guess he's doing a little bit of AoE for sure, but it takes a little bit of time to pull these UMGs, so we are wasting time is what I'm saying. So I think I should have it on strong at this point, just be using the call to arms and the homeland, and I think that we have this thing. Okay, so as soon as the call to arms end, this is going to be the last, I think it's going to be the last skull and probably the last homeland that we're going to be using for this round. Maybe like one more after this thing ends, but yeah, it's slower than some of the Paragons for sure, because the Paragons would have already won, but this guy, this is like an achievement on its own. Let's just use one last homeland, and this actually happened, guys. I cannot believe it. A Megalodon actually beat a tier 5 boss. This is like a god boosted Megalodon, so again, I mentioned this, but you don't need the setup that we have to achieve the results that we have, but this thing, just the amount of damage that it does, it's just absolutely insane. Let's just check the pops. 69.5 million pops. Let's just check the others. 1.9 on the Super Monkey, and then 14 onto it. Let's just check the sub as well. 180, yeah, nothing. Now that's insane what they did to this Megalodon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to see you on the next one.